What is up, my thrifty friends? Tabs here from the Urban Goddess shop. Welcome back to my channel. Another week, another what sold video. I promise you, you are going to want to watch this video. Everything that I have been changing and applying into my business is now starting to flourish, and I'm so excited to share these sales with you. And then at the end of the video, we are going to dive into some analytics. We're going to go over total sales, how many items, kind of all the data that I get to see on the back end. I'm going to share with you, and I feel like I have some insight into now what is working on Poshmark and why I'm making these sales. All right, as the title said, I have had just shy of $3,000 in gross sales in the last 2 weeks. This is from February 13th to 16th, and I have one eBay sale included into that. So that's crazy. That's awesome. I am so excited to go over this because I feel like it's going to give some good insight into what is selling on Poshmark and what is selling for me. If you are new to my channel, I am a Canadian reseller. I'm a mom to 2 girls, a wife. I work part-time in a hospital pharmacy, and I love to sell used clothing. It is my jam here on YouTube, and I share everything about my business, helping you guys build a side hustle reselling clothing. If that's something you're into and you want to learn more, stay tuned, join the channel. Let's get this video going. All right, as I stated, I've had just shy of $3,000 in sales. And the first sale that kicked off the last 2 weeks was a pair of vintage Levi's orange tag cutoff jeans. They were in a size 29. They were hand cut. I did thrift them like this actually, but they sold for $35. All the sales that we are covering today, I think there's like over 40 sales. These are all over $35. I'm just going to showcase kind of those higher ASP items today. All right. And I think with the Levi's cutoff jeans, as long as you're getting those for a good price, those are safe bets. You got to know that. You got to know you are safe with Levi's cutoff jeans as long as your cost of goods is low enough. Next sale was a 2-piece bundle. It sold for $122. In it, I had a vintage Hudson Bay chunky knit cardigan sweater size medium and a Free People Bridget mini dress size medium as well. I'm just going to go on to the chunky knit sweater because I want to cover style tags that I've been using. Fun fact about this, I used Magiscriptor to create the description for this listing. I felt like it was so awesome. I'm loving Magiscriptor, especially for my vintage and unique items. But style tags that I used for this were vintage, dark academia, and handmade. So very much true to this. I'm still using academia, and actually as I look at it, I'm shocked that I put dark academia because usually I just put academia and it can apply into dark or light. But I think maybe this was listed when I first started using that style tag. And this would have been an item actually that I went back and relisted with Magiscriptor. So the original listing did not have this. I relisted it, changed the description on it. And yeah, as I said, this is a nice bundle to kick it off. Next sale is a pair of Aritzia Wilfred tie front trouser pants. These were in a size 8. They sold for $76. I love the Wilfred tie front pants. They are currently being sold at Aritzia right now. Not necessarily this colorway or the pinstripe, but they are still selling currently. So this is a current trend. Style tags that I used for this pair of pants were pinstripe, minimalist, and contemporary. Minimalist and contemporary are my favorite style tags to use with Aritzia items because that's really how you describe the store. Minimalism, most of the time, very simple, and contemporary. Next item is a Lululemon 2021 hooded defined jacket in a size 12. It sold for $60. I had this listed at $100 because it is such a new style. It was in excellent condition, but I'm willing to take reasonable offers. So they did send me an offer for $60, which I accepted. Yeah, I find the newer Lululemon stuff, especially if you can get defined jackets or newer sweaters that are only 1 to 2 years old, you can get pretty good value for them. I felt like I was kind of taking a shot in the dark, hoping for $100. All right, next we have a pair of Kamek Sienna mid 3-season insulated hiking boots, size 6. They sold for $45. Actually, as I'm reading, they gave me a 5-star, but they said item cleanliness. I don't know what they mean by that. The item was in excellent condition. Maybe the bottom had a little bit of tracking in it, but yeah, there was some rocks stuck in it. I am not picking out rocks for an extra $5. So price reflects coming with a couple rocks in the tread. Oh, trust me, you cannot please everyone. I'm just happy they didn't even give me a 5-star. They gave me a 4-star. Whatever. Moving on. Who cares? Next item is a pair of Lululemon on the fly 7/8 pants. These were in a size 8 and they sold for $72. These pants I know I paid up for. I think I paid about 25 bucks. And after Poshmark takes their fees and the shipping discount, my net earnings were $53. So I'm still making about $28, which is pretty good. I think what these pants had going for them were on the fly pants are no longer being made. So if you can get the newer woven ones and the color and the size being a size 8, I think it just had multiple factors. Neutral tones are going hard again this year, and we can all thank Hailey Bieber because she really is driving the minimalist neutral tone wardrobe. But yeah, I think these are desirable pants. Style tags that I used for this were neutral, minimalist, and casual. I've been putting casual more often into items. If they have a real casual vibe, I'm tossing it in there. I don't know if it's like a term that people are searching, but I really like it and I'm seeing sales, so I'm going to keep using it. That's kind of how I run things. I may not know the science always on why something is working, but if it's working, I see it popping up on a lot of items that are selling that I'm selling and I'm using that style tag, I will continue to use it. All right, this next sale went to Kelly, and number one, Kelly, if you are watching, I just personally want to thank you for supporting my closet, for putting together some great pieces. Kelly did make a couple purchases over the last 2 weeks, and she just has fabulous style. So Kelly, I hope you love everything you receive. Actually, I know you are because you're leaving love notes, but you literally are picking the best items. Okay, so this 3-piece bundle sold for $125. In it was a Free People, just the two of us, size small dress, a pair of Banana Republic leggings, skinny jeans in a size 27, and another Free People gauze peasant tunic top in a size medium. I love grabbing Free People stuff as long as it has, I don't even know how to tell what is new Free People and what isn't, because sometimes I am grabbing older Free People stuff, but if it looks like it falls into boho, cottagecore, and I think has like appealing color tones, you know, a couple factors going for it, I'm going to grab them, and they just do very well in my closet in general. Next item to sell was an Aritzia Sunday Best Yuri plaid mini skirt. It was in size 2 and it sold for $36. I've actually had this since like, I don't know, October, November. I sourced like 4, I think, plaid skirts at one time, and this is probably the last of them to sell. Style tags that I'm using on these plaid type skirts are plaid, academia, and I put collegiate because it definitely had like that collegiate kind of look to it. I think that's how you would use that term. Do you use collegiate? Is it a style tag that people are using? I saw it in the list. Like, this is one of Poshmark's style tags that they have that auto populate. So yeah, gave it a shot. Next item to sell was an Anthropologie black sleeveless vest mini dress, size XL. The person that bought it, she did have a question. She said it stated mini, but honestly, when I went into the measurements, I was like, this is like just above the knee. So they're calling it a midi because it's a mini dress because it's above the knee, but it is not a true mini dress. And the picture, the model that's wearing it, she must be like 5'11" because I held the dress up to me and I was like, yeah, this isn't a mini dress. So that was her only concern. And once I provided her with the measurements for it, she was good with it. So $50. I think that is also the last XL that I have for the anthro dresses. I did have a couple of them that I had purchased online. Next up is a pair of DKNY black patent leather Chelsea boots. These sold for $56. DKNY is not actually a brand that I usually source. This had come from a consignment client and I had bought out some of her inventory when our contract was done. After seeing this sale, I think I'm going to watch for it a little bit more, and then obviously being selective on the style and the materials, things like that. I am surprised at what they sold for. DKNY is not a brand that I, have in my repertoire of brands that I'm looking for, but it is now. Next up is a 4-piece bundle. This sold for $240. In it is a pair of Lululemon Speed Up tight leggings. These were 28-inch long, size 6. A pair of Lululemon Pace Rival crop leggings in a size 6. A pair of Levi's skinny straight leg jeans in a size 27. And one of the Skims crew neck essential sleeveless bodysuits that I had in a size medium. So this is a great bundle, a good deal. This went to Kelly as well. Yeah, I'm so grateful. Thank you. Kelly received it. She left me a love note. And yeah, Kelly, you are just the best. But your wardrobe that you are building is amazing. It's amazing. I need to keep some more stuff. Actually, I need to find my size, but I love all the pieces that she's been picking. Next up is a Cleo tan suede Western prairie midi dress. Yeah, I put prairie because I feel like it kind of has a prairie look to it. In a size 8, it sold for $45. I sourced a couple suede jackets and skirts way back last year, and I think this is the last of them to sell. It's been a slow burn with these ones. I'm not sure if I selected the right items. I felt like they would do really well, but yeah, they've just been really slow sellers for me. So I don't think I will be picking up these styles anymore. Next, I have a Free People Sunday Stroll tiered maxi dress in a size small. This sold for $110. I just sourced this recently, and yeah, it sold within, I think, a week or two. I did have it listed at $150 because there aren't very many of these on Poshmark Canada, but I felt like $110 was pretty reasonable. And style tags that I'm putting on many of my Free People items, and this one especially, was bohemian, maxi. Maxi is a very searched term, apparently. I think Poshmark sent out some like trend report, and on it, maxi skirts and maxi dresses were a trending style. And I also put cottagecore. I don't know if cottagecore is still trending like it was, a year or two ago, but regardless, that's the style that this is. So I felt like it was applicable, right? You could include that on there. Next is another Free People item. This is a Penny Lane red peasant dress. It sold for $50, size small. That was another really quick sale. My Free People dresses are doing really well right now. So if I can find them, I'm scooping them up. I'm paying less than $20 an item, and I'm able to make, $20 to $50 depending on how much I'm selling them for. But yeah, they're turning into quick, easy flips for me. Next up, I have a 2-piece bundle. This one sold for $112. In it is a aritzia Babaton cashmere blend black cardigan sweater in a size extra small, and a pair of Levi's wedgie Icon Fit medium wash jeans in a size 23. Do not pass on small sizes. Like, selectively pick up extra smalls and 23s, like 23, 24s, as long as they're meeting the criteria. Like for me, they're a good color, they're a, popular style, and they're a good material content, I will grab them. Now, if I feel like I'm getting too heavy on them, like I have a ton of Lululemon size 2 and size 4s, I'm slowing down. I'm only grabbing current styles on those now. But same thing with these types of items. For Levi's jeans, I don't want to have too many of the smaller sizes, but I'm okay having a couple of different washes of the Levi's jeans in the smaller sizes, because I do think they still sell. So that was a really good bundle. Happy with that. I had another 2-piece bundle. This sold for $112. In it was a pair of Lululemon green taper-legged chino pants, size 6. And then there was an Aritzia Babaton Luxe cashmere sweater. Unfortunately, when it came time to ship, I could not find this sweater anywhere, like anywhere. So I ended up subbing it. I messaged her. I said, hey, do you want to pick anything in my closet valued up to $85 and I can sub it out? Luckily, she got back to me, and of course, she grabbed another pair of Lululemon leggings. Happy to toss that in, able to keep the sale, and she was happy with the order. Thank you. Next sale is a pair of Lululemon In Movement 7/8 tight leggings. These were in a size 2. They sold for $60. So still seeing quite a bit of Lululemon moving through the closet. The next is a pair of Levi's high-rise flare jeans. These were in a size 30. I just sourced these as well, and I knew they were going to sell quick because they are the same type of denim that the 501s or the wedgie jeans are, but they were high-waisted and they had a cool flare. And flare and wide leg jeans are probably the best jeans to be picking up right now for quick sales, high dollar value. But yeah, I'm surprised how quickly these sold. And there wasn't even really like a style tag. There wasn't a tag inside that I could get the style number to look them up. So I did have to do my best guess on getting a stock photo for them. Style tags that I used for these jeans were 70s because they were that 70s style, flare, and I put streetwear because I felt like they kind of had that streetwear style to them. Good sale. That was a really quick flip. A lot of these sales are like within a week or two of listing them, which is really good. I'm happy with that. That is my goal, that items are moving through my closet. Next is a Lululemon Mint Swiftly Tech short sleeve shirt in a size 10. This sold for $35. This is definitely lower than what I would want to see for a Swiftly Tech shirt, but they're so hit and miss lately. Like sometimes I'm selling one, it's selling for $50, and then I get this really cute minty tone short sleeve and I feel like I'm almost giving it away. Like I sent offers to so many people. It had a bunch of likes. Like, let's just take a look for a second. Will it tell me how many people liked it? It's not. Oh yeah, I had 7 likes on it and it was probably just relisted. So that's not bad for a relist item. But yeah, I just couldn't get anyone to bite on it. Not sure why. Maybe it was the color, but I felt like that was a safe color to pick up. I don't know. Sometimes it just doesn't make sense to me. All right, moving along. I had a Lululemon scuba hoodie. This kind of had like an acid wash look to it, size 12, sold for $48. Probably, not even probably, most definitely, this is lower than what I was hoping for. I was hoping for a bit more on it. I think I did just kind of like offers to likers, and I used the My Shoppers feature, and I just sent like a blanket offer to everyone for maybe it was like 35% off, and they grabbed it. So they got that offer. Kind of sad sometimes when I do it. I know you can filter through and select which items you want to omit, and usually I'm just like YOLO and just do them all. And of course, a few items kind of slipped through as sales, but I'm not losing money. I'm still making money on it. It just wasn't the profit margin that I was hoping for. All right, next up, I have a handmade multicolor crop knit cardigan. This was in a size medium, sold for $44. I love this piece, absolutely love it. Very cute. Style tags that I used for this one were handmade, bohemian, and festival. I'm starting to use festival. People are going to be going to festivals this year. Everything is open and happening. So if I think that it's some sort of festival wear, I am putting it into a style tag. If you don't know what festival is or festival aesthetic, you should go onto Pinterest and look it up, because there's probably a handful of items that you have in your closet that would apply, and you can go in and add that style tag into them. It definitely 100% is a searched term. All right, moving along. Ooh, this next one, I like this one. It was a Free People Great Escape Dolman quilted reversible jacket, size small, sold for $110. I paid up for this jacket. I think I paid like $40 or $45 for it. And I had listed it pretty high. I listed it at $200, but I had room to negotiate with people. In my mind, I didn't want to accept less than $125. So this is a little bit lower than what I wanted to originally get out of it. but I have had it listed for about a month and a half, and maybe I just thought the value was higher in it than it actually was. And, you know, items are only worth what people are willing to pay. I had a ton of likes, so I have 18 likes on it. So I've been sending out offers to everyone. But yeah, I think the price maybe was a little bit high. Next, I have a Lululemon warm two-ways bomber jacket in size 6. This sold within 1 day, and I think I undersold it. Emeka had actually worn this jacket and just kind of wasn't reaching for it anymore, had a few other options, and she was like, Mom, if you want to sell this, go ahead. She has had it for about a year. Yeah, and it was a really quick sale, sold for $64, less than 24 hours. Next up, I have another Free People From Your Heart smock dress in a size small. It sold for $85. Loving the Free People dresses. I am selective in what I'm picking up, so it definitely has to be appealing colors. Like sometimes you look at it and I'm like, certain colors can date the item, and I don't know how to describe it. I think it just means you just have to look at Free People items over and over, look through their website, try and get some dates on when items were put out. Sometimes when you use Google Lens, you can actually find out when an item came out, and Revolve is really good at giving you clues of when the item actually was released, because I think there's a date in there, or it's like this item has been discontinued for more than 3 years, and it starts to give you an idea of how old the item is. So I will use that sometimes as well for helping date an item or decide if I should be picking it up. Next item is We The Free Arden cotton long sleeve top in a size small. It sold for $44. I think I underpriced this one as well. It was a really quick sale. This sold within a day, and I had based it on comp. So I don't remember what the original price, maybe it was like $65, but I feel like I definitely should have listed this one a little bit higher. I do have a similar one in white that I'm going to be doing in a thrift haul right away and getting listed. So I'm going to list that one a little bit higher, and then obviously like accept reasonable offers. But I think this top was worth more than $44, and that's why it sold so quick, because my automation probably sent them a good offer and they scooped it up. Next up, I have a pair of Lululemon Dance Studio joggers in a size 6. These sold for $52. These jogger pants I'm still grabbing, as long as they're like probably black, navy blue, burgundy I think I would grab, olive green, those kind of tones. I am selective. I'm not grabbing like purple and pink and any kind of, I call them weird colors, but they're not really weird colors, but I feel like the color can really date it. So just be selective in the color tones that you're picking up, and maybe check comps on them before you grab them, because they are hit and miss. I have seen some low comps on them. Next up is a pair of Levi's wedgie fit Shut Up Raw Hem jeans in a size 25. These sold for $60. Loving those Levi's jeans. I don't think I went over style tags that I use on them. So for these ones, I use style tag minimalist, 90s, and contemporary. And I don't know why, but I just feel like the wedgie jeans are just kind of like a 90s style, although 90s were definitely more straight and wide leg jeans. It's just a common style tag that I use with them, and I feel like they go really well with 90s style, like oversized shirts or sweaters or like early Y2K. They're really flattering jeans, and they go with multiple decades of clothing, if that makes sense. That's how I picture it in my brain, at least. Next up is another very large bundle, and I am going to shout out Kelly here, because I had a silent show where I did 50% off, and some of the items I was even clearing out for less than 50% off. Like I was discounting them down, just trying to get things moving through to make room for new and fresh items that I've been listing into my closet. Kelly was in my live show. She purchased a bundle, and then she actually messaged me and said, hey, is it okay if I add a couple other items from your closet? I said, absolutely. I will honor the prices from the silent show, and then anything else you add in, because she had already had a decent sized bundle, I would give her 40% off. We did some playing around in the bundle, adding items in, And this is what she ended up with. So I'm going to break them down. Keep in mind, yeah, the prices aren't going to necessarily reflect what she paid for them because it was in a bundle, right? So the total dollar value for this was $355. She got a pair of Lululemon Wonder Under crop high-rise leggings in a size 6, a USA red graphic short sleeve tee in a size large. I actually sourced this like in the first 2 months that I was reselling. I absolutely love it, but I've had it forever. And I did sell it in the silent show for $12 because I'm just happy to see it go to a new home. A pair of Free People Movement electric orange high-rise shorts, a Montana Horse Sanctuary purple graphic short sleeve shirt in a size medium. Oh my gosh, I love that piece. It's so gorgeous. A pair of mom jean shorts, 90s ultra high rise in a women's size 26. A pair of Urban Outfitters BDG jean shorty shorts, size 27. The next items are my newly listed ones. She got a vintage handmade Cowichan heavy knit jacket, size large. A Free People gray sleeveless knit sweater vest or like V-neck sweater, size small, which fits oversized. It's gorgeous. I love it. A pair of Levi's 501 skinny jeans, ripped light wash, size 28. And the last item, which is probably my favorite item that's been in my closet for the last couple weeks. I haven't had it for very long. It was the vintage handmade patchwork denim bomber jacket. And that was in a size medium. I don't know if you guys remember the thrift haul with that, but oh my gosh, that is one of my favorite pieces. And she scored that one for 60 bucks. Happy to see it going to a new home. Kelly, oh my gosh, thank you so much. And you're gonna love everything that comes in. They're just fabulous pieces. And you really, I've said this before, but you are picking like the best items from my closet. So thank you. All right, next item is a pair of Lululemon Invigorate high-rise crop leggings, size 8. Those sold for $65. I had another pair of Levi's. They are the ribcage straight ankle light wash jeans in a size 29. Sorry, sometimes I'm keyword stuffing into them. These sold for $63. This is probably like the second or third pair of Levi's ribcage jeans that I have sold recently. I think the trend for these ones would be light wash. That is what I'm noticing is selling the best and for the highest dollar value. Also, if you're wanting to know style tags, because maybe you have ribcage jeans that you're struggling to get rid of, I use 90s, streetwear, and minimalist for it. And then I guess like some word of advice for these, I'm taking really good pictures, multiple pictures, so like front, back, the legs, the tags, all tag pictures I'm trying to include. Make sure you include measurements. I like to do waist flat, front rise, and inseam, and just helping people make the decision to purchase them. Also, make sure you're putting material content. One of the most popular questions that I get on any of my Levi's jeans, if I do not have a photo of the material content or stipulate it into the description, people will ask. And these jeans were 99% cotton, 1% elastane, which I think is what a lot of people are looking for. They want just that little bit of elastic in them that gives them that, just that smidge of stretch so they fit perfectly. All right, we got a couple more and then the eBay sale. So next up is a Mackage and Aritzia collaboration black leather biker vest in a size extra small. This sold for $70. This also falls into that buyout I did with my consignment client. She did have a lot of really good pieces that I just wasn't able to sell in the time frame that we had our contract. So I sent her a pretty decent offer actually for her remaining items. And I think I only have like 5 or 6 items left. I definitely am making money off of the items that I bought out. And I tried to offer her what she would get from taking them to a buy sell trade store. So she kind of knew she was getting equivalent value and she didn't have to drive there, drop them off, go back and go through that rigmarole. All right, next I have an Aritzia Wilfred Sabine navy blue sleeveless dress, size extra small. This one sold for $38. I was hoping this would sell for more. It was only listed for a day, but she sent me an offer and I accepted it because I was making money on it, and it was just a quick flip to get that money back into my business. Next is a two-piece bundle. This sold for $94, and it is a pair of Aritzia Wilfred Nova beige cargo pants, size 4. These were actually new with tags, but I did have some regrets grabbing them because I've had them listed for, I think, 2 months now. And the second item is a Calvin Klein black jean 90s denim skirt, which I've had forever. I've actually tried to auction this skirt off like multiple times in my live shows. No one ever takes it. So yeah, I'm happy that it got tossed into this bundle. I was going to go over style tags for those pants because they're kind of an unusual style. So fun fact, I used Magiscriptor. I'm sorry, I'm not like telling you guys all the listings I use Magiscriptor for, but I'm probably using them for 50% of my listings now. Some of them, like many of them, I'm still using the generic description that comes from the manufacturer, but I am starting to salt and pepper some Magiscriptor into brands that I was commonly using manufacturers' descriptions, and I'm trying to use Magiscriptor. I think it may play a role in these items selling. So these pants were not originally listed with Magiscriptor. I went in after and changed it. Can I say that that's why they sold? No, but I can say that I wasn't getting a sale before, and then I relisted them with this description and they get put into a bundle. So I do think they're increasing the SEO of the items. 100%. I do believe that. The style tags that I used for this were Gorpcore because I feel like they just had that style. Like you could wear oversized sweater with a toque with it. I also used cargo because they had cargo pockets, and streetwear because I think they're a streetwear style of pants. And then the last sale, holy moly, I feel like I've been talking for over 30 minutes. That's crazy. I haven't had one of these videos that were like this long with this many sales in a long time. But the last sale on Poshmark was a pair of Levi's made and crafted the Crush. Actually, I have to click on this to get the whole title. The Crush Taper Patch Jeans in a size 26. And they sold for $72. I have had these jeans for quite a while. I had them listed quite high because these jeans can sell for quite a bit, but I'm not getting any bites on them. So I dropped the price. She sent me an offer for $72, very random offer, but I took it. And yeah, I'm just happy to see those go, and I no longer have to see them getting relisted every time. Okay, and then the last sale that just went through today, actually, and here is my toxic trait. When sales are good on Poshmark, I suck at cross-listing, and sales have been really good on Poshmark, and I haven't been cross-listing that much. So I think I need to focus again on this over the next week, is start cross-listing all of my items. I actually might wait until the end of next week because we're going to be gone for 9 days. And I don't want Lena, who's my oldest daughter, she's 20, to have to ship out a bunch of eBay sales because they're kind of a pain in the butt. So yeah, I am going to cross list, but I think I'm going to wait till like Wednesday, Thursday, and then just, you know, spend 6 hours one day and cross list a bunch of stuff over. But the sale on eBay was for $40, and it was a North Face mesh lined windbreaker jacket, women's size small. And they paid calculated shipping, which is awesome. Actually, where is it going? Let's take a quick look. This buyer is in, oh, I don't even know how to see. I usually do this on my, oh, I can't see. I usually do this on my phone, but for some reason I can't figure out how to see where this is going. I'm going to say it's probably going to the States based on the shipping charge. Okay. Let's do the fun part. This is the data. This is where we dive into behind the scenes for my business. So sales are booming. They are going very well. And I'm going to break down what I'm doing, what I think is working, and yeah, just some facts. So total sales on Poshmark were $2,953. The one sale on eBay was for $40. So my total sales over the last 14 days is $2,993. Wow, like what is going on? That's so crazy. Like I'm on the trajectory to hit over $6,000 this month. Like that's so crazy. That's so crazy. I just can't believe it. That's insane. Now, I do think there may be one hiccup in this plan. I am going to be gone for 9 days, so kind of breaks my heart, but whatever. Lena's still going to do my shipping, and I'm just going to try and relist. I am going to try and batch a bunch of items between today and tomorrow, and hopefully I can do some listing next week while we're gone, just so I can keep some fresh items going and my sales climbing. But it is what it is. I'm going to do the best I can. Okay, so over the last 2 weeks, I have sold 60 items between both platforms. The average sale price is $49.88. This includes some silent show items. So I previously have broken down and removed anything that came out of a live show, but I'm not doing that this video. Yeah, it's a little bit time consuming. I think if I can hold an ASP of, close to $50 with doing live selling, that's good. Now, I did not sell that many items in the live show, and when I do my silent shows, I am actually only doing like 40 to 50% off list price. I'm not doing $10 starts anymore. It just doesn't work for my cost of goods. So if I can sell a few items in there and hopefully encourage someone to create a bundle or maybe check out my closet, that's really what I'm hoping for. And without those silent show items, I'm confident my average sale price would have been over $53, maybe even over $55. So it's pretty big. That's pretty good. That's what I'm working towards. I'm happy that I'm now making that change where it's like, okay, live shows are not working for me in my business model. I am moving on. I'm just going to do traditional selling. Like I've said before, I am doing 1 to 2 silent shows a week, but I'm using them more as like free advertising. I get my closet onto the shows page, and people are clicking on my closet, taking a look, coming into my show, and it's just advertising for me. And I'm okay with that. They really don't take much effort to do a silent show. I don't have to pull the inventory. I have done silent shows, but like put the camera and the mic on and just talk to people and hang out with them while I'm selling the items. I can talk about the items that I'm putting on sale if there's any like extra features that I know about. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's working. So I have switched my sourcing. Majority of my items are now coming from thrift. I talked about this a couple weeks ago. Recently, a couple stores that I was normally sourcing at have raised prices, and it just is a little bit tougher to make it work for my business model. So I am very selective in what I'm picking up, and I have to know that there's going to be that profit margin that I'm shooting for if I'm going to grab items from those stores. But I've been really good. I've been getting really good stuff at the thrift store. For the record, I need to state this. I am only sitting at 495 active listings at the time of recording. I have been working really hard to try and break my 400. I was sitting at about 450 like the last quarter of 2022, but I kind of got rid of a bunch of the lower items in my closet, and I cannot break 400. And what that means to me is that I am now sourcing high sell-through rate items, desirable items. They're selling. I actually sold more items than I listed last week. That's a fun fact. And I'm doing my best to get ahead, but my 25 to 30 items just isn't quite enough. But I don't have enough hours in the day. And as long as I'm getting that higher ASP on them and I'm still seeing that good profit margin that I like to see, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with this amount of money. Like, totally fine with it. Okay, top brands that are selling for me in the last couple weeks are Lululemon, Free People, Aritzia, and Levi's. Now, keep in mind, that my data is going to be biased, as these are the majority of the brands that I'm also sourcing to sell, right? So I source very similar items. I know what's selling for me. I know what styles, what colors. I have narrowed down on my ideal buyer and my ideal customer. And I think that has an impact in what I'm picking up and then what's selling. If I was picking up a bunch of Farm Rio and it was selling, obviously that would be a top brand. I don't really find that brand often. So my information is based on what I am personally selling and sourcing in my closet. I also wanted to say I'm very selective in what I pick up. So factors that I'm looking for that I know they're going to be quick sellers are the style, material content, colors. These are all things that I am assessing, and I'm wanting an item to have more than one of these factors. Knowing what's currently trending and what items can fit into it. So an item can be an older piece, but I find a lot of older pieces, if they have timeless attributes, they can fall into current styles. And part of it is like figuring out what is that current style and what types of items will fall into that. And I think just the more you do research, the more knowledge you gain, the more comp searching you do, just the better your database gets in your brain, I think. I don't know how to say it. That's the best way I can describe it. So trends for sales for the last 2 weeks, 50% were offers to likers. I want to thank Posh Sidekick. I am an affiliate of them, but I recently made this switch over to Posh Sidekick, and I've been using their automation for sending offers to likers, and I think it is having a positive impact. I love their randomized tool. Like, everything that they do is randomized, and I think that is like the secret sauce to it, really. And then 45% of my sales were offers to bundles, and for this I need to thank the My Shoppers tool in Poshmark, because you got to give kudos where it is due. And these two features, this application and Poshmark's built-in feature, this is really how I'm making a majority of these sales right now. Yeah, so that kind of breaks it all down. I want to start doing a fun fact at the end. And a fun fact, when you're like, how does she know this stuff? How does she become such a good reseller? Like, how does she have this brand, product knowledge, style knowledge? Here's a fun fact. I took fashion design in high school as a dual diploma. I aspired to go to Ryerson College in Toronto and do fashion design. In grade 12, I changed my mind and I was like, man, I don't want to do this. And here I am, over 20 years later, back elbow deep in fashion, which is just crazy. Also, during high school, I worked part-time for a dance costume home business. So basically, she made dance costumes for a couple of the local dance schools, and I seamstressed for her. So I was just always sewing, cutting, helping, prepping. And also, my very first job when I was 14 years old was at Fabricland. So it literally is in my blood. Fashion, material, all that stuff. I was like born into this. My grandma is an amazing sewer. She's always had multiple sewing machines, making quilts, doing all sorts of things. She, to this day, will sew her own pants. And she kind of taught me everything I knew until I was old enough to go into the fashion diploma for high school. So yeah, I've kind of been in this stuff. Now, I don't consider myself the most fashionable person by any means. I'm borderline homeless person, but I definitely enjoy it and retain information on it. So yeah, I think if you're following along, you're at the right channel, because I do my best to share everything that I'm doing. And I hope this helps you in your reselling business, helps you when you're outsourcing, helps you when you're creating listings. I am like so transparent. Honestly, guys, I'm sharing everything that I'm doing, and I hope they work for you as well. On that note, I'm going to end this video. Thank you so much for sticking around to the end. We are at 45 minutes. If you are new, make sure you give me a thumbs up. Let me know if this is the type of content that you like to watch, and also tap subscribe on the way out. All right, I am wishing you guys all many sales, lots of extra sales. There's more than enough sales for all of us, and I will see you next time. Bye.